Well, greetings. This is Kathleen Caldwell, founder of C-Suite Network's Women's Coaching and Consulting Council. And my goodness, we have got a tremendous program today. We know so many of you registered, and we really appreciate you attending and also watching the replay. I think we're up to 82 videos in our YouTube channel, and we're up to 56,000 clicks and views of our program. So I think we're doing some good things. I know that for sure. And today's topic is how to promote yourself and profit. Wow. It has definitely struck a nerve. And I know that I got a little activated when I was preparing for this. Has been working on my dreams too, about the possibility of promoting myself and of course, promoting others. And so we're just going to pop right in, and I'm so delighted that you're here. We in the C-Suite Network, Women's Coaching and Consulting Council, we're all about promoting you. And as I am a speaker and author, a coach consultant, a woman, all things coaching and consulting, and my most important role in life is ballroom dancing partner to my beloved husband, Michael. And so delighted to tell you a little bit about me. And this topic is so important because I like to always start with the definition of what we're going to talk about. And I love that the word promote is in fact a verb, to contribute. And I'll just read it very quickly here, and you can of course read it as well. But I love this word because it's all about to contribute to the growth or prosperity of a person or something, and to bring help, and to be able to bring something like an enterprise, or be able to bring something into, like in the case of a launch. And so here we are, we're going to go ahead and we're going to launch the whole idea behind promotion. And I'm just kind of curious, as you're here, and of course, as you're watching our rebroadcast, just thinking for yourself for a moment, what does the word promotion mean to you? The word promote, it's loaded. You know, we've got the dictionary definition, but I think that the word promote has got a lot of meaning for us. And so as we come into our program today, thinking about what does this term mean to you, and to kind of personalize it, because I think to define for ourselves, promote yourself and prosper, what's really the game we're playing? Okay. Are you playing the game of, I want to promote myself and promote others, of course, for more freedom, for more financial gains, for fame? You know, am I playing the promotion game for fame? Do I want to be on the cover of, say, Fast Company magazine, Fortune magazine, the Wall Street Journal, whatever is our chosen outlet? Are we looking to promote for fun, or, and these can be all the things that you're focused on. Are you promoting a mission or a vision for yourself? Do you have a higher purpose for the promotion that you're doing? Really important. So we're setting the stage of, why is promotion important to you, and what is it that you're out to accomplish? And when I think about promotion, we're going to bring Sheila back in a moment. But, you know, Sheila Anderson is one of my dear friends, founding member of the C-Suite Network, Women's Coaching and Consulting Council. She is an incredible thought leader when it comes to branding, personal branding, image, the beautiful use of images, and the art form of promotion. And when I think of promotion, I could look in the Merriam Dictionary and find Sheila's picture right there. Just a little joke, of course, but I love that Sheila has said that people need to know you before they need you. And so I keep thinking about that all the time, that we cannot be the world's best kept secret when it comes to promotion. And I think also that, you know, what gets in the way of promotion, and my goodness, I had a laundry list of things, you know, old beliefs about promotion. And I'll just read some of the ones that I had listed here. Oh, I've got notes. Okay. Things like old beliefs like, were you born in a family where perhaps someone said, you know, you shouldn't brag so much, or don't be so loud, or, you know, what makes you think you can do this? Or old beliefs that, hey, you know, she's always out there to get attention, you know. Perhaps your little inner critic is saying, wow, she or he is smarter than I am, or prettier than I am, or maybe they're a little thinner or a little not so thin, whatever. the inner critic is going to work. Your committee in your head is telling you all the reasons you should not promote yourself. Even things like being vulnerable. Wow, it takes a lot of courage, I believe, to promote yourself. Comparison always, well, that coach has got the MCC and they've got this degree and this particular accreditation. So comparing ourselves to others. Perhaps you've been brought up with the belief that promotion is actually salesy, pushy, boasting, all of those kinds of things. Or maybe you've got some fears. I know for myself, I have had in the past fears of being criticized, being judged, kind of putting myself out there. I wrote an article for a publication, and one of the first comments in the article was, "She's just out to promote herself." I was like, oh, wow, that kind of like was a jab in my heart, and it was like, no, I'm promoting a cause. No, this is it. But, this is how it landed. And so being vulnerable to other people's criticisms, comments, really, really, it's out there. And then, what gets in the way as well is things like, well, other people should really be promoting me. Why do I have to do all my promotion for myself? Or a zero-sum game that if she or he gets all the promotion, it doesn't leave any promotion for me, or if I'm promoting, there's nothing left for them. Or kind of one other one that sticks up is my work should speak for itself. So just curious, I want to stop the slides here and get your perspectives on, when it comes to promotion, what has gotten in the way for you, or what do you see out there are some of the biggest fears why people do not promote? Love to get your point of view on this. Feel free to
jump in.
Jump right in. Yeah, feel free to jump in, Vicki. Yeah, thank you. I'm so delighted you're here, by the way. Thank you. Good. I just ran through a whole trove of things. Yeah.
You did. I would definitely say the salesy part. Yeah. Like, or you think you're better than I am, or something like that.
Yeah.
But or being the pushy.
Exactly. Yes, exactly. And, gosh, nobody wants to have a pushy salesperson, do they? I mean, my goodness. Yeah. So those kinds of beliefs, that's right. Yeah. And, for coaches often, or consultants, it's like, well, the world should just recognize, how hard I'm working and what I'm doing, and my clients should be the ones promoting me. But I don't think that's the case. It's not how the world is right now. Maybe, 50 years ago, but certainly not now. Yeah. Sheila, points of view for you on any of the kind of what gets in the way of people promoting themselves?
Yeah, I think Vicki said it beautifully. It's that little person on our shoulder, right? Telling us that, why are we special? Asking ourselves, why are we special? Why does the world need us? Why do we, what do we have that's of value to others? So we'll talk about that in a little bit, but just that fear as well of rejection, of putting yourself out there. I feel like that's a big one for all of us, right? That fear of rejection. Like, what if I put myself out there and people laugh, or they don't agree with me, or, all that. But the fear of rejection is really powerful.
Such a great point. And, being criticized, rejected, my gosh, and I've got some other ones here, ridicule, of course, being the center of ridicule, and, criticism, of course. And it's also scary and vulnerable to put ourselves out there, and especially for us coaches and consultants, oftentimes the focus is, the focus in our training has always said, put the focus on the client. It's not really about the coach. We're the sage on the side, put the focus on the client, and the coach should not really be the one with the spotlight on them. And so, we've got all these beliefs, and I don't know if our parents and the people that we grew up with were so good at promoting themselves either, it was just not a common thing to do that kind of promotion. You had other people promoting you. If you were a celebrity, you had an agent who was promoting you, and, you had the support of a lot of people, but people out there kind of boasting themselves. Inversely, not necessarily as a female or male kind of model, what I notice is that sometimes the masculine model, CEO, C-suite network chairman Jeffrey Hazlett says, well, it's not boasting if it's true. And so I don't think those words have ever come out of my mouth, but I certainly believe it's true, So yes, but
I
then
think that's a good point, Kathleen, if you don't mind if I just
please, love that. Thank you.
on that thought, because if we do it in an authentic way to ourselves, that's powerful when we can promote ourselves in our own way, not how Kathleen does it, not how how Jeffrey Hazlett does it with the C-suite network. We all have our own way that we can promote ourselves that's authentic and doesn't maybe seem pushy. So if I promote myself or talk about myself or anything in the way that Kathleen would talk about herself, it's gonna feel off, right? So I think that's really important to remember, that it has to be true to who you are and how in your tone of voice, in your mannerisms, all that.
Well,
Beautiful.
and I think too that it goes back to the motivation. Like if your motivation is, to go out and make $1 million, it's going to come across different than if your motivation is, hey, I have something that has really helped me in my life, and I really want to help you. Like, for me personally, I'm a cash flow management coach, and I wish I would have learned this 15 years ago. And it was through my mistakes, my failures, my trial and errors that I came up with this system that I'm like, hey, this could really benefit you. And I think it's just having that servant leadership mindset also.
Absolutely beautiful, Vicki. Thank you. That's so important. And, kind of getting back to the beginning of our broadcast is promoting a mission or a purpose. And so I think, as you're both saying, you too, Sheila, is the flavor of it, the feeling of it, the intention behind it is so different from, hey, look at me, I'm so great, versus here's my message and here's my journey, here's what I've learned. And, I'm promoting a group of people, I'm promoting a message, I'm promoting a mission, those kinds of things. It's all completely different. And I think the way people listen to it is different as well. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Sheila, and so what I was thinking, I'd love to just present a couple ideas, and then Sheila, we want to bring you in because I know you have a particular point of view on promoting yourself and promoting others. And I'm in awe of how you do it. You'd make it look so easy and seamless that we'd love to get your perspectives on that. Does that work for you?
Yes, love it.
Okay, great, great. And we're always loving showcasing, highlighting, and featuring our esteemed faculty. So great, Sheila, this is good. So let me go back and just continue sharing, because what I think is so important is, to take a moment, even after our broadcast today, and think about, what if I'm thinking about doing something risky, because we want to take a next step after our time together. What would be the next step for me in my promotion, promoting myself, promoting my mission and my cause and my community, my tribe? What's my next step? And so kind of looking for ourselves is what's underneath, what may be stopping us. And so, thinking we were discussing all of these kinds of beliefs, these old beliefs, but instead, I'd love for us to take on some new beliefs and, consider that these are some more empowering beliefs, and practicing what we're preaching here, is thinking about what's the purpose of the post, what's the purpose of the promotion, and affirming that each of you and me and our our viewers on our rebroadcast here, our replay, is you have a message that's worthy of promotion. You've got a message, and you are qualified. My goodness, life's been in session. You're at an age where you've got a lot of life underneath you. You've got a lot of experience. You've got a lot of training and commitment, and the world needs to know about that. We're taking new risks by promoting ourselves and others in our cause. We're taking risks because the majority of people would rather just kind of watch, notice, maybe a little admiring, maybe they're in awe. But it takes something to get out there and to promote yourself and ideas. It can be risky. And of course, knowing a new belief is, of course, that you are supported. Get your tribe around you to support, repost, affirm, comment, do all kinds of great things. Please don't do this on your own because it's more difficult. And of course, getting in a community of committed coaches, other colleagues, perhaps even setting the intention, which we have done at so many points in our council, is okay, next month, we're going to start a campaign where we're going to promote each other. And here's how it'll work. Here's the logistics. Here are some posts, giving people the structure they need to promote you. And of course, continuing to keep learning and growing. And what I'm working on all the time is getting unhooked from criticism. Getting unhooked. Sometimes it feels a little bit of an emotional pain, kind of looking, get with a qualified coach who can help you work through those kinds of things. Generally, as we all know, they're deeply rooted. There's a feeling bridge. So what you're feeling when you experience criticism, that feeling bridge is taking you to another time in your life where maybe the feeling was similar. And so look to see what's getting activated from the criticism. Or don't even read the criticism, don't even go there, a couple different camps, but don't let it preoccupy you. And so finally, promoting yourself strategies. I love the halo effect of promoting others. I love that halo effect that when you authentically, and I do this a lot, this is my main thing. I promote myself by promoting others, and it's a give first kind of philosophy. And there's a reciprocity there that's not expected, but it's just genuine, is promoting others as people want to promote you. And of course, sharing and posting with a purpose, as we've talked about, building a community. And, finally, I think that building up our muscle to ask others to give us testimony and to promote for us is really important. And I'm fully present that I'm building that muscle myself. Give people the resources, the email content, the text posts, whatever it is to promote you. And of course, things like in-depth interviews, podcasts. What I'm doing with Sheila today, is a way to promote Sheila, promote me, promote our council, promote you, Vicki, as well as a cash flow coach. Love that. And, being a conscious connector is, who is it that I know that I can connect to others in my community? So with that, would love to just turn this over to Sheila to talk a little bit about, Sheila, your feelings about promotion. What is your philosophy about it, your point of view? What suggestions and strategies do you have for us about being better promoters?
Well, thank you, Kathleen, for the opportunity to share my thoughts. Such a great topic and such a hard one for so many of us, because when we think of self-promotion, it feels like, you talked about this earlier, it feels salesy, and that's okay, right? That's okay, because hey, we're all trying to sell ourselves, and we've all done that since we were little kids, right? We tried to sell our ideas to our parents for something that we wanted. We sell ourselves when we're going for maybe a job interview or a career change or a promotion. So there's many ways that we're already selling ourselves. That when we sit down, maybe if we're a coach or a consultant, and then we have to promote ourselves, we need to reframe that self-promotion to be more and see it more of as a positive. I like to think of it a little bit as a business tool. So I think of myself and my personal brand as my most important asset that I have as a coach or consultant. So I don't think of it maybe as being I use it as a tool, right? It's what is my ROI on that tool? Um, and so if you think of it and reframe it into a positive, and also, I do personal branding, image consulting, creative, signature style, all that. But in the end, I tell people that personal branding is not all about you. It's about the value that you bring to others. So if you just take the focus off yourself for a minute, and I think Vicky said that beautifully earlier, that it's not about you, it's about that value that you can bring to others that nobody else can. And I had somebody once tell me that, sometimes I was stuck on promoting myself, and they said, "You're being selfish." And mean selfish that somebody out there needs you and needs what you bring, needs that coaching or consulting that only you can give. And if you are sitting back and people can't find you, they don't know who you are and they need you, and you're not putting yourself out there, that right, we talk about people need to know you before they need you. So I think it's really hard. And I wasn't always this way. I wasn't always in the flow with promoting myself. That took some time, that took some effort. Um, and it's not always easy, but if you start with just one area that you feel that you can do, right? Maybe it's a collaboration, maybe it's something like what Kathleen provides to those of us in the Women's Coaching and Consulting Council. Just find one little niche that you feel comfortable to start promoting yourself. And again, it's just about, if you a great place to start is to come up with your own personal core values, and really look at those and those skills and the values that you have, and how does that add value to others. And that helps as like as a platform for me. It helps me kind of figure out, okay, now I know who I am, what values I can bring to other people. And so now how can I showcase those values in a positive way? How can my values help other people? And so for me, it was just a reframing of my thought process. Like everybody, we all still struggle with that sometimes on promoting. So I want to pause here for a little bit. Kathleen, I don't know if you have additional questions, but it's such a journey for all of us.
Mhm.
And I growing up, it wasn't, I felt invisible in a lot of ways. And I think that that's what drives me today is, stepping over that line to be more visible, and people will see that in you before you see it. And and as a coach or consultant, we see that in our clients, we see things in them that they don't see because that's what they pay us for. And so for me, it was people saw things in me that I didn't see quite yet. And that helped me step into like, oh, I can start. I felt better about myself. I had more confidence. I had this calming confidence that came out, and I felt more confident then to promote myself in positive ways.
Beautiful. Wow. Fantastic. And so, Sheila, how about, guidance and coaching for many of us who are like camera phobic or kind of like, the
Yeah,
idea of kind of doing a post or doing a, so it's like, no, it's like, no, you are so natural at it. And, your Instagram is so beautiful. Your LinkedIn is beautiful. Your Facebook, your Twitter, all of your social platforms are so lovely. They really represent your brand. And how can we kind of get over ourselves to be more visible, whether it's video or whether it's photos?
right. Pick one.
Ah,
Pick one, right? If you are, maybe you're good at speaking, and so video is going to be wonderful for you, or you're just going to do an audio clip with just one graphic. So pick one. For me, photos are very easy, which is that is really kind of a funny story because growing up, I hated getting my photo taken. And then we look at me today. I mean, there's pictures of me with tears in my eyes in my first communion outfit because I was done with photos. I didn't want it anymore. Um, which I think is so interesting to where I am today. But you just pick one, right? Maybe you are good at taking photos. And with our cell phones now, it's so easy. You know what? The photo I take isn't the very first photo I take isn't the one I ever use. So what the photos that you see probably have 25 to 30 takes until I get one that I feel like that really says what I want it to. So it's not like I just take one and I'm done, right? So again, you pick one, but again, some people are really good with video. That's something I'm working on. Kathleen, you are amazing at video. I am amazed every time I see a video clip that you do because you're really, really, really good at that. So stay with that. I mean, that's amazing how you show up with that. So again, mine are photos. But don't be afraid people like to see a little bit of realness. So if my photo is like off a little bit, sometimes that's okay because it humanizes our brand, right? We have to get over the fear of and not looking so perfect on social media because it's not authentic, right? And not showing all the positive stuff of life. We want that realness of life, right? Maybe you had, I don't know, like a tough day or maybe whatever it is. So there's times where I post without makeup, for just like, here I am. I think that is more relatable to people than having that everything perfect. So I think that's kind of my lesson for that is it doesn't have to be perfect, right? Done is better than being perfect. Now, as a branding person, that's really, really hard for me because I want it to be, I have a vision, artistically what I want something to look like. So I'm a little bit harder on myself on that, and then ask for help. Right? There's other people that can help you. You know what? Sheila, I want to learn how to do photos a little bit better with my camera. Jump on a call with me. I'm happy to help. Kathleen, I would love to learn how to do videos better. So I'm going to probably ping you to get a couple tips on how do I do videos better. So don't be afraid to ask for help and don't be afraid not to look perfect on social media.
Wow. Beautiful. Beautiful. Imperfectly perfect, right? And promoting and I love so many things that you said. And also what I've noticed is, Sheila, you're in the habit of doing it. Yes, you pretty much post every day, don't you?
Yeah, on one of the platforms, I have to watch myself because I could be on social media too much. But so consistency is really, really important. And it could be posting once a week. That could be your consistent, just so your audience kind of knows that, hey, I'm going to check in with Jane because she posts every Monday, or she posts probably weekly, or maybe she does an outfit of the day like I used to do. So just kind of train your audience on when you're going to post, how often you're going to post, but a consistency is so, so important.
Beautiful. And promoting, with a concept that's educating, as you were saying earlier, provides value and, that is consistent and also just that is reliable, that people can kind of tune in. And, that's why every Saturday now for the past 50 Saturdays, 50 consecutive Saturdays, we've had a women's success circle through our council. And it's just the showing up. And I get to promote the topic. I get to promote the women that are there. I get to promote myself. It's like a big love fest, and it doesn't feel salesy. It feels so it feels like I'm tithing, I'm giving, I'm doing what I love to do, to be a teacher. And so mine is teaching. That's promotion for me. And Sheila, yours is certainly educating, informing, really caring from a place of having people look their best, feel their best, represent themselves in the best light. That's really
Yeah.
who you are. Yeah. Among so many other things. Yeah. Yeah. Good. Good.
I think
Any
it
other comments or questions? Yeah. Go ahead, please.
well, you talked about giving value. And I think if we think of it in reframe our mind that we're going to give value in whether we do a blog or an article or a podcast or whatever, we're there to to talk about ourselves or our services, but we're there to add value as well. So if you think about the posts that you're doing, or if you go into it, like we talked about, just adding value. So you add value, add value, add value, add value, and then maybe do an ask, right?
Right.
Or
Exactly.
hey, I have an offer. And then you add value, add value, add value, add value, add value, and then you have an offer. So you're not always asking for them to sign up for something, but they get a taste of you from the value that you give them, and they trust you, and that's what we want. We want our clients to trust us, and that's how you start building trust, is giving them value from your heart. It's not giving value like what we talked about earlier from selfish, as Vicky talked about it. It's giving value because you want to and from your heart, but it's not giving value because I know I'm going to sell to them later. That's the wrong attitude. So
Beautiful. Beautiful. Yes. Yes. And as we complete our program, I'd also like to, continue with the conversation to say that I believe promoting yourself is also an opportunity to promote ideas and promote the concept of a person living into a future that they can't see right now. So promoting a positive, optimistic future, something that someone can live into. So promoting the possibility is also part of promoting yourself.
and you also
And yeah,
you're good with like telling people to have a point of view.
yes, yes. Oh gosh, always. Yeah,
Some point of view on something, and that's right, that's self-promotion as well. It's like, dude, you have something to say and nobody else can say it like you. Nobody else has your thoughts and your background and your experiences, your expertise, all that on whatever topic. You all three of us could be talking about the same topic, but our experiences and our point of views are going to be a little different, and that's amazing, right? That's a beautiful, beautiful thing.
can't really say much else. That's a mic drop here. And I would do a mic drop, except I have my beautiful sparkly mic. So I don't want to drop that. So yeah, beautiful. Well, great. So let's complete here. I have just a couple more slides to kind of put the little bow on our time together and
Kathleen,
wrap
can I
up.
jump in real
Oh,
quick?
please, please, please. Yes,
No,
yes.
I just along that same vein of promoting your future, a lot of times it's promoting the feeling that you expect to feel. Like so often, if you can just say, if when, for example, a lot of times the anticipation of the vacation is better than the vacation itself. And so going through the process of understanding that feeling, like how are you going to feel when you complete that project, or how are you going to feel when you implement this course or implement what you've learned. So sorry to jump in there, and
Oh, it's
I'll give it back to
perfect.
you.
It's perfect.
Yeah, so good.
Yes. So, wow, promoting yourself, really, what I'm also hearing, Vicky, from you and also from Sheila is, I think promoting yourself, promoting myself, promoting ourselves, so to speak, is also being a great storyteller. And
Absolutely.
to, as it's said often, is to speak into a person's listening. What are they listening for? And what is it that they need? Where, Sheila, you said, where do they find value? And so promoting concept, promoting promoting something that's possible, and you are the partner to help them with that. Wow, that's the topic of a whole nother conversation. Yeah, but it's great. Really good. Good. Thank you. So let's complete. And my goodness, this has been awesome. Loved every second of it. I know that you're watching the broadcast too, and you're loving everything that we're talking about. We know it. And so with this, just to finalize our program, I love the idea that when you promote yourself, the whole key for me really is to get so firmly planted in purpose, in what you're doing and why promotion is important to you, so that, as Sheila was saying, as Vicki was saying, is that there's congruency in what you're saying and who you are. There's alignment, there's confidence that what you're saying is so speaking so loudly, that people cannot hear the words, but everything is lined up. And then promotion doesn't really become promotion. It becomes your purpose, who you are, your essence, your energy, your vibration. It's really, really, really powerful. So getting all that aligned really is the kind of the bottom line for me in this. And as Sheila was also saying, is let's move outside of our comfort zone, taking the next small step, whatever that is, to promote yourself, take more risks, and take the next step. So let's take one step, get out of our comfort zone from our program today. And, as we complete, we just believe in the Women's Coaching and Consulting Council that we are all about co-creating with you, co-accelerating you being the most unstoppable, committed you that's possible. We have one life to live. I think that was the name of a soap opera that I used to love. Yes. And so stepping into the fullness of who you are, and we cannot be a secret anymore, sisters. We got to go out and promote ourselves, have others promote us, and knowing that the fire inside of you is burning so brightly that the fire around you, no matter what life circumstances are happening, can be handled, because what you're doing, you have such a mission and a purpose. Okay. So promotion is easy. And so with that, we're creating a global community of committed and powerful coaches in our Coaches Consulting and Council. And we invite you, just come be part of our community. Saturday mornings, every Saturday, we do a Women's Success Circle. Gorgeous program. Oh my goodness, we have different topics. 27 minutes, because the number 27 in numerology means new beginnings. So we condense down the time. We've got women from all over the planet who come on this program, and it's so fun. And, use this model. This is a great model that you can use to promote yourself and promote your community. And so as we complete, welcome you to watch all of our programs on our YouTube channel. We feature all of our esteemed faculty members to give you a platform. We give you a platform. We promote you, showcase you, and highlight you. And as we complete, we really believe that the real secret in all of this is being powerful together. Okay. We can do more together, and can't wait to promote you, showcase you, highlight you as a coach, consultant, expert, trusted advisor, and thought leader. We want to give you a platform to rise and shine. So with that, thank you for watching our broadcast, being a part of our broadcast. It was just delightful. Promote yourself and prosper. Blessings to each of you. Bye for now. Thanks.